All right, so making money online.
Yeah,
And look, I totally get it. That idea of like, oh, an extra $10,000 before the year is out,
right.
it's pretty tempting, right? That's what this whole 6 ways to make $10,000 plus online by end of 2024 is all about.
Absolutely.
And some of these methods, I got to say, are pretty creative.
Yeah.
Definitely not your typical 9 to 5 kind of thing.
Definitely not. No.
All right, so first up, we've got content creation.
Right.
We've all seen those YouTubers just raking in the cash.
Mm.
And I think, a lot of people are probably wondering, can I really make that much money just from posting videos?
Yeah, I mean, going viral is always a possibility.
Sure.
But I think the real key is consistency and really focusing in on a niche.
Okay.
So finding what you're good at, what your expertise is,
Right.
and could you teach someone how to, I don't know, cook the perfect steak, code a website, train their dog?
Oh, interesting.
It's really about becoming that go-to expert in whatever that specific niche is.
So instead of trying to appeal to everyone, you're saying, hey, this is my little corner of the internet, and this is what I do really well.
Exactly, finding your tribe.
Okay. And then the money comes in through like the ads, sponsorships. Maybe even donations from loyal fans.
Even donations, that's right.
Okay, so for example,
Yeah.
tech reviews.
Mm-hmm.
There are people out there making thousands of dollars
Every month.
every month just from breaking down the latest gadgets.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Why is that?
I think it's because, people are online and they're looking for advice.
Yeah.
They're looking for someone to cut through the noise and tell them what's good, what's bad, what to buy.
Yeah, and they're willing to pay for that expertise.
Absolutely.
Okay, so that's content creation.
Mm-hmm.
Let's switch gears a little bit. Talk about freelancing.
Yeah.
This is something I've always been kind of drawn to, full disclosure.
Really?
The freedom, the flexibility, being your own boss, setting your own hours.
Mhm.
It's pretty enticing.
Oh, definitely. And the interesting thing is there's so many different skills that are in demand,
Okay.
from writing to design to web development, even virtual assistants.
So there's really a market for almost any skill you can think of.
It seems that way, doesn't it?
But I mean, I imagine it's tough to break into the freelancing world.
Yeah.
Like, how do you even find clients? Especially when you're starting out.
Platforms like Upwork and Fiverr have become so important for that.
Oh, okay.
They really connect freelancers with potential clients.
And it's a good way to showcase your skills.
Exactly. Build up your portfolio, especially when you're first starting out.
Okay, so you've got your profile.
Mhm.
It's up and running.
Yep.
But with so many other freelancers out there,
It's a competitive market.
how do you stand out?
It's about specializing. So think about it. If you were hiring a web developer,
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't you go for someone who had, a proven track record, specialized skills?
Oh, for sure.
So imagine you land just 2 web development clients, right? $50 an hour, that's $5,000 a month.
Yeah.
You're well on your way to hitting that $10,000 goal
That's amazing.
in just a few months.
Okay, so let's talk about something a bit more passive.
Okay.
Amazon KDP, Kindle Direct Publishing,
Right.
self-publishing, reaching millions of readers on Amazon.
Sounds appealing, doesn't it?
It does, but I'll admit, writing a whole book, it feels kind of daunting.
It doesn't have to be a novel. It could be a short guide, a how-to manual, a recipe collection.
Oh, okay.
Think about what you already know.
Yeah.
Could you turn that into a helpful resource that people would pay for?
Okay, so let's say I do that,
Mm-hmm.
write the book, upload it,
Set a price.
set a price, just watch the money roll in.
Well, not quite.
Oh,
Promoting your book is just as important.
Right.
You got to make sure it's getting in front of the right people.
okay.
So that's social media marketing, maybe running Amazon ads, reaching out to influencers in your niche.
So there's still, a hustle involved.
There is.
Even with something that seems, passive, like self-publishing.
Absolutely.
But the idea of having a whole catalog of books,
Yeah.
generating income over time, that's pretty tempting.
It is. And the source even talks about, authors who are earning thousands of dollars each month
Really?
here from multiple ebooks, topics like travel hacks or personal development.
Wow.
The more books you have out there, the greater the potential for that passive income.
Okay, now this is another creative hustle.
All right.
Have you ever considered designing your own products?
Designing my own.
Yeah.
You mean like t-shirts and mugs?
Yeah, t-shirts, mugs, phone cases,
Oh, wow.
tote bags.
Interesting.
And that's where print on demand comes in.
Okay.
So you don't have to deal with inventory.
Oh, that's good.
You just partner with a platform.
Like what Printful, Redbubble.
Yeah, those are some of the popular ones.
Okay.
And then you just create your designs.
Right.
And they handle all the printing, the shipping, even customer service.
So they're taking care of all the logistics.
Exactly. That sounds pretty good.
But niche targeting, I imagine, is crucial.
Oh, absolutely. You've got to know who you're designing for. Are you designing for cat lovers,
Yeah.
yoga enthusiasts, gamers?
Right.
Each niche has its own kind of aesthetic and marketing approach, right?
So imagine, you design a T-shirt and it goes viral within a specific community.
Oh, wow.
That could lead to thousands of sales.
And fast track you to that $10,000 goal.
Exactly.
That's exciting.
Okay, now this is something that's been buzzing in the online business world for a while now. Drop shipping.
Mm-hmm.
Heard all sorts of stories. People making fortunes, selling products online, never even touching inventory.
I've heard those too.
Is it really that simple?
Well, it is a popular model because it's relatively low risk compared to, traditional e-commerce.
Okay.
You don't have to invest in inventory up front.
Yeah.
Which can be a big barrier for a lot of people.
That makes sense. So walk me through this. I find a product I want to sell,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't actually have it in stock.
Right.
What happens next? So you set up an online store. You can use a platform like Shopify.
Cool. Okay.
And then you list the product from a supplier who handles the storage and shipping.
Oh, so I'm basically the middleman.
That's a good way to put it.
So I'm curating products,
Yeah.
creating a storefront, but I'm not tied down by the logistics of warehousing and shipping.
You got it.
That makes sense. But what about the marketing side of things? How do I drive traffic to my store? How do I actually make sales?
Well, that's where the real strategy comes in. You have to find products that people are already searching for that are trending.
Oh, okay.
And then it's all about getting your product in front of those customers through ads, social media marketing, and really building a brand that people trust.
So brand building is super important here.
It is.
It sounds like, drop shipping is all about finding that sweet spot,
Yeah.
products that are in high demand,
Right.
but haven't been completely saturated by other sellers.
Mm-hmm.
But I imagine there's a lot of trial and error involved.
Oh,
Right?
for sure.
Not every product's going to be a winner.
Absolutely not.
So it's all about testing and scaling.
Yeah.
You start with a handful of products,
Mm-hmm.
see which ones generate the most interest,
Yeah.
and then really focus your marketing efforts on those winners.
Exactly.
So you're constantly looking at the data,
Yeah.
tweaking your strategies, trying to optimize your store's performance.
That's the name of the game.
And the source actually mentioned drop shippers achieving monthly earnings exceeding $10,000.
That's impressive.
Pretty impressive, right?
It is.
It shows the potential of this model
Mm-hmm.
when it's done right.
Absolutely. But it's important to remember that those success stories, they didn't happen overnight, right?
Sure.
It takes time, it takes effort, and it takes a willingness to learn.
Yeah, and to adapt.
Yeah, because the e-commerce landscape is always changing.
Okay, let's move on to the last method on our list. Blogging.
Okay.
Something I've always kind of admired.
Yeah.
The ability to share your thoughts, ideas, expertise with the world
Mm-hmm.
and potentially build a sustainable income stream in the process.
Right.
But in a world that's just overflowing with blogs,
It's a crowded space.
how do you even begin to stand out?
Well, you're right. It is a crowded space.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean there isn't room for new voices.
Okay.
It all comes back to finding your niche,
Mm-hmm.
creating content that really resonates with your target audience.
So it's not just about writing about what you're passionate about.
Right.
It's about finding that overlap between your passions and what people are actually searching for online.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's say I'm obsessed with vintage video games.
Okay. All right.
That's awesome.
It is awesome.
But are there enough people out there who share that passion,
Right. Yeah.
who are willing to engage with my content?
That's the key question.
That's the question.
Before you go all in.
All right, so I've done my research,
Okay.
found my niche,
Good.
ready to start creating content. What's next? Do I need my own website? Or can I just post on social media?
Well, social media is a great way to connect with people, promote your blog.
Right.
But having your own website, it gives you a sense of ownership and control
Okay.
that you just don't get on those third-party platforms.
That makes sense. So I'm guessing platforms like WordPress are kind of the go-to for creating a blog these days.
Yeah, they're definitely popular for a reason.
Okay.
They're user-friendly, very customizable,
Right.
and they offer a wide range of, plugins and themes to enhance your blog.
Okay, so my blog is up and running.
Great.
I'm churning out awesome content.
Mhm.
People are coming to my site.
Good.
But how do I turn those words into dollars?
Ah, monetization.
That's the part I'm curious about.
Right. So one of the most common methods for bloggers is advertising.
Oh, wow.
Now, you see those ads all over websites.
Yeah, yeah.
It's often through networks like Google AdSense, where you essentially get paid based on how many people see or click on those ads.
So the more traffic you have, the more potential for ad revenue.
That's the general idea.
It's pretty straightforward.
Mm-hmm.
But I imagine it's not like a huge moneymaker
No.
unless you have, massive amounts of traffic.
Right. You need a lot of eyeballs on your site.
Okay, so what are some other ways that bloggers can monetize their content? I've heard a lot about affiliate marketing lately.
Yeah. Affiliate marketing is fantastic,
Okay.
especially if you're already recommending products or services to your audience.
Right.
Think of it as being a matchmaker.
Okay.
You're connecting your readers with awesome stuff, and then if they make a purchase through your link,
Uh-huh.
you get a commission. So let's say I have a blog about travel photography.
Okay. All right.
I could partner with a company that sells camera equipment,
Mm-hmm.
and I include their affiliate links in, my gear reviews, my travel guides.
Exactly.
If someone clicks on that link and buys a camera, I get a commission.
It's a win-win for everyone.
It is.
The reader gets the product they're interested in.
Mm-hmm.
The company makes a sale.
Yep.
I get a commission.
Everybody's happy.
So it's like getting rewarded for like sharing your knowledge, your recommendations.
Yeah, I like that.
Are there any other monetization methods that bloggers should be aware of?
Well, once you've built up an audience,
Mhm.
establish yourself as kind of an authority in your niche,
Right.
you can create and sell your own products and services.
Okay.
So this could be anything from ebooks and online courses to coaching programs, digital downloads, whatever makes sense for your audience.
So you're not just relying on those external sources of income,
Exactly.
like ads or affiliate commissions.
Mhm.
You're really leveraging your own expertise,
Yeah,
creating your own products, building your own brand.
that's the idea. It's about diversifying your revenue, creating multiple income streams.
I'm sensing a theme here.
What's that from?
Whether it's, content creation, freelancing, blogging,
Mm-hmm.
it always comes back to like building an audience,
Right.
delivering value.
Absolutely.
It's not just about chasing those quick profits.
Yeah.
It's about creating something that is, sustainable and meaningful.
Well said.
And I think that's something that gets lost sometimes.
Yeah.
In that like hype around online income generation.
It does.
It's not a get rich quick scheme.
It's not.
It takes effort, strategy,
It does.
and a willingness to constantly learn and adapt.
So got it.
So if we connect all of this back to, our listeners' goal
Mm.
of making $10,000 online,
Yeah.
what's like the most important takeaway? Is there a magic formula for success?
I wish there were,
Right.
but unfortunately, there's no one-size-fits-all solution.
Okay.
The best method for you depends on your skills, your interests, and how much time and effort you're willing to put in.
We're like choosing a path in like a choose your own adventure book, right?
It is.
Each path has its own challenges, its own rewards,
That's a great analogy.
and it's up to you to decide which one aligns with your goals.
Absolutely.
And, even if you don't hit that exact $10,000 goal this year,
Yeah.
the skills and experience you gain along the way,
They're invaluable.
that's a great point.
I think so too.
The journey itself is just as important as the destination.
Mm-hmm.
You're learning new skills, you're expanding your network, you're building a foundation for future success.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Okay, we've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive.
We have
We've explored 6 different methods for making money online,
6.
each with its own, unique set of opportunities and challenges.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, it's amazing to think about like all the different possibilities out there.
It is.
We've gone from creating content to freelancing, self-publishing,
Yeah.
designing products, building online stores.
Mm.
It feels like the internet has just become this like giant toolbox for building your own income stream.
I think that's a really good way to put it.
Yeah.
It's like this massive toolbox, and you get to pick and choose the tools that work best for you.
And what's so fascinating to me is how this all ties into like this larger shift in how we view work.
Oh, absolutely.
The traditional 9 to 5.
Yeah.
It just doesn't cut it for everyone anymore.
No, not at all.
People want flexibility, they want autonomy, they want the chance to, pursue their passions.
Exactly. And the internet allows them to do that in a way that we've never seen before.
And these online methods give them like the tools to do it.
Yeah,
It's like the internet has a kind of democratized entrepreneurship.
that's a good point.
You don't need a fancy degree. You don't need a ton of capital to get started.
Right.
You just need an internet connection,
Mm,
a good idea,
yeah,
and a willingness to put in the work.
that's key. The
Yeah.
willingness to put in the work.
But it's important to acknowledge the challenges too, right?
Oh, definitely.
Building an online income stream, it's not always easy.
No, it's not a walk in the park.
There are setbacks, there are learning curves, there are, moments of self-doubt.
Absolutely.
It's a journey that really requires resilience
Yeah.
and a willingness to, learn from mistakes.
I think it's so easy to get caught up in like the highlight reel of online success stories.
Oh, yeah.
You see people talking about passive income and beach vacations.
Right.
But what we don't see is the hustle, the late nights, the constant learning and adapting.
And the failures.
Yeah.
The things that didn't work.
It's important to have realistic expectations.
For sure.
Building a sustainable online income, it takes time, it takes dedication, and it takes a willingness to like constantly evolve as the digital landscape changes.
It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Exactly.
But even if you don't hit that, $10,000 goal right away, the skills that you develop along the way are incredibly valuable.
Oh, absolutely.
You're learning how to market yourself, manage your time, build a brand, navigate this ever-changing world of online business.
Those are skills that you can take with you anywhere.
Exactly, to any career path.
Doesn't matter what you end up doing.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into making money online, what's like the one piece of advice you would give to someone who's just starting out?
That's a good question. I think I would say don't be afraid to experiment. Try different things, see what resonates with you, and don't be discouraged by setbacks because they're going to happen.
Right.
The internet is like this vast playground of opportunity, and the only way to figure out what works for you is to like dive in and start exploring.
And remember,
Yeah.
success isn't just about the money.
No, it's not.
It's about finding something you're passionate about,
Right.
building something that you're proud of,
Yeah.
and creating a life that, allows you to live on your own terms.
Beautifully said.
So to anyone out there feeling like inspired
Yeah.
to take that leap, remember, you don't have to figure it all out today.
Nope.
Take one small step,
Yeah.
whether it's like brainstorming ideas,
Mm-hmm.
researching a niche,
Yep.
setting up a basic website.
Every step forward, no matter how small, gets you closer to that vision
It
of
does.
financial freedom and fulfillment.
Well, it's been an absolute pleasure diving into these online money-making methods with you.
Likewise.
Until next time, keep exploring,
Yeah.
keep creating,
Keep learning.
and never stop learning.
The online world is your oyster.
That's a wrap for this deep dive into the world of online income. We'll catch you next time for another fascinating exploration of the ideas shaping our world.